Ready Steady Freefrommers. Today is Friday, that means we're cooking again and we're doing a savoury dish. So this is chicken arrabbiata, and essentially arrabbiata means angry. So we're cooking angry chicken, and it's angry chicken because it's got chilies in it, so it's got a bit of a kick to it. So it's a tomato based sauce with chicken, and it goes lovely with pasta or rice, or any alternatives that you use as pasta or rice as well. So let's get cooking. Okay, so here we've got a pressure cooker. We're doing it in the pressure cooker because it's nice and easy for speed. This is going to take 20 minutes once we've got it all in the pot. So all in, it's probably going to take about 25, maybe 30 minutes because you've got to chop your onion. So it's quite a quick dish and low work. You could of course put this in your slow cooker and have it just going all day, and you might want to just cook it on slow for maybe about 6 hours on low, because you don't want to overcook the chicken. So we're going to start off by heating up the cooker. So mine's got a dish here that it just takes out. So we're going to heat this up and we're going to pop into it. We're going to pop about 1 tablespoon of olive oil into this to allow it to heat up, so that we're going to seal the chicken. Before we seal the chicken, we're just going to season it. So just a little bit of salt and pepper, like so. Okay, because I can feel the heat coming off of here now. It's starting to warm up, but I want it at a really nice temperature to be able to seal that chicken. There's no point in putting it in until it's quite hot. Obviously I can't touch the bottom of it because it'll burn my fingers, but I can just feel at the bottom and have a look to see if the oil is runnier as well. Right, now I can actually hear it sizzling away a bit. I think there might have been a bit of water in the pan. So we're going to place the chicken inside and just let it seal. That's a good sign. That's a sign it's hot enough. So I'm just going to let that sit for about a minute on one side, and then I'm going to turn it over, and then we're going to take it out. Okay, so I'm going to turn it now. It's got just a little bit of colour on the outside, just that fraction of colour. I'm just going to turn it over. Now, just so that you know, if you don't seal chicken before you put it in a casserole type thing, then what happens is it kind of bits break off it, and you end up with bits of chicken all around in your casserole or in your stew, whatever it is that you've made. It's perfectly edible, it just doesn't look very nice. So I'm going to take the chicken out now. I'm going to put it on a fresh chopping board because I had raw chicken on that last one, and I don't know too much about cross-contamination, because this is ultimately going to be recooked, so it may not be a problem. But just to be on the safe side, I'll pop it on a clean chopping board, and then I know there's not going to be any problems. So my pan's nice and hot now, and the fat is bubbling away. So we're going to pop in the onions. So I've just got 1 large onion here. So you can put 2 small onions in, but I've just chopped this, and the size that you chop it is really up to you. Right, so you see at the bottom there it's catching a little bit. Now chicken stock is one of the ingredients, so I'm just going to add just a touch of that to stop this burning and help me to deglaze this pan. Just calm things down a bit, and then I don't have to shout either. So we've got 1 onion in there, and we're just going to start to cook that off and deglaze the pan of that chicken loveliness that's at the bottom of it. At the same time, we're going to pop in about 2 tablespoons of tomato puree. So that's 1, 2. Now, it's quite nice to cook out the puree and allow it to kind of release its flavour. So that's why we're putting that in now, to just cook that out. If you wanted to add garlic to this, by all means add garlic. I can't eat garlic, so it's not in here. But in recipes for this chicken arrabbiata, garlic is normally in there. So by all means, put some lovely, lovely garlic in there. Lovely. that's going very nicely now. So now we're going to add the carton of passata. Now this is 500 grams of passata. So I'm going to pop that in and give it a good mix. We're going to add about the same amount of chicken stock, and this is homemade chicken stock, so there's no additives in it. I'll do you another video for chicken stock another day. So you can see we've got a nice amount of sauce here to go with this dish. Now we've got here some chopped up, very finely chopped red chilli and a few seeds in there as well for a bit of extra kick. There's about a tablespoon there, which I think is about 2 chilies, so we're going to pop those in as well. You could leave the chilies out of this and just have it as calm chicken, not angry chicken. Obviously it won't have that kick to it, but it'd be a nice tomatoey sauce. And you could kind of adapt this to be like an Italian, you know, you could add oregano and basil to it instead. I'm going to be adding about 2 teaspoons of thyme, because that will be lovely. Now you can do chicken legs with this instead of chicken breast. I just prefer the chicken breast, but you can do skinless is best, because then you don't get all the fat kind of going around in the mixture. So that's all of the ingredients in there now, apart from the chicken, and we're also going to add some fresh tomatoes, because you know you could make this sauce with fresh tomatoes. You could also use chopped tomatoes in this recipe as well if you wanted to. I just wanted a smoother sauce, so I'm going to add now in the chicken. So I'm going to pop the chicken back in and bury it in the sauce so that it can completely absorb all of those flavours that are in there. Okay, so that's in there, and then we're going to add some fresh tomatoes. So I've got some of the golden tomatoes. They're kind of an orangey colour. Let me just switch this off from bubbling. It's like a cauldron. So I'm going to add, and I've got 4 portions in here, so I'm going to go for probably about 4 tomatoes. This is going to cook for 20 minutes, so these are going to break down quite a lot. So that's those. 2, 3, 4. There we go. Okay, so that is everything. So we'll pop the lid on, and we're going to cook it on the meat function for 20 minutes. And we're going to close the valve, all right, to keep that pressure in there. So that's it, it's ready, and we'll come back in 20 minutes and take it out. So here we are back, it's all cooked, and so we're going to dish it up, and this is for tea tonight, so I'm literally doing this kind of live for me, but not live for you obviously. So it's all cooked, and it's really quite interesting. You can see the tomatoes, they've actually stayed, they've not broken down as much as I thought they would, so that's really lovely. They're going to be soft and juicy and just lovely. So counted them earlier, didn't I? So it's about 4 each, so we're just going to dish them up. Now if you wanted to chop the chicken up, you could serve this up in bowls. So there's 3 of us for tea tonight, so I'm going to be making a bit of a mess here. There we go. Okay, so we're going to put a bit of sauce on the plate, so I'm just going to complete this plate here. So there we have it. That is angry chicken, or chicken arrabbiata, and I'm going to have it with cauliflower rice. So just got a bag here of cauliflower rice that I picked up from Sainsbury's and heated up in the microwave, and so just going to have a bit of that on the side, and then sprinkle. I've treated myself to some fresh parsley. Look at that, looks fab. It's So there you go, chicken arrabbiata. So cheeky taste test then. Here we've got a little bit of the chicken and the rice and the mixture. The freshness of the chili kind of wipes over. The chicken is moist and tender. Oh, it's lovely and tasty. And the parsley also brings that freshness. So it's really quite a fresh dish. You could actually add lemon to this and it'd be a bit of a nice zing, or even maybe some. So a cheeky taste test then. Here we've got a little bit of the chicken and the rice and the mixture. The freshness of the chili kind of wipes over. The chicken is moist and tender. Oh, it's lovely and tasty. And the parsley also brings that freshness. So it's really quite a fresh dish. You could actually add lemon to this and it'd be a bit of a nice zing, or maybe some lemon zest into the rice. So good luck cooking this if you give it a go. It really is yummy. We're going to go and have it for dinner now. And so I will see you next time in the kitchen. So something new, I just wanted to give you a bit of post-dinner feedback, because I wanted to give you a bit more of the taste test information. So the heat with the dish was just the right amount of heat. It's got a gentle heat to it. It's not overpowering, but you can feel it. So if you want it hotter, then by all means add more in. The freshness of the tomatoes that were in there gave it a real zest. So I think next time I will add more tomatoes to it. This is my own recipe, so I kind of I have made it before, but each time is kind of different. So this one I wouldn't do anything different apart from add more tomatoes. And I think if I could be bothered to make a sauce out of fresh tomatoes, then I would, but I probably won't, because I'd like quick and easy. I've got 3 empty plates. Everybody really enjoyed it, and it was lovely with the rice. So like, comment, subscribe, and see you next time in the kitchen.